Hey guys, I'm Otasham, and welcome to another mysterious episode of Specular Verse. Today's case study I'm about to share with you. Once you hear it, you'll realize that sometimes the truth is stranger and scarier than fiction. And guys, seriously, when I was researching this case, I got goosebumps. But first, a quick note. The case studies I bring you aren't made-up stories. These are real-life incidents I find on platforms like Reddit. When I come across a post, I dig in and research it thoroughly to figure out how much of it is true and whether it's authentic. Only when I'm convinced there's something solid there do I turn it into a proper case study and share it with you. So, if you're into unsolved mysteries and chilling cases like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, hit that like button too. It's your support that keeps me going. Alright, kill the lights, put on your headphones.
So guys, picture this. The year is 3000 BCE. A Sumerian warrior raises his bronze spear against the rising sun. The year is 490 BC. A Spartan hoplite locks his shield with his brothers at Marathon. Then 1066 CE. A Norman knight spurs his warhorse towards Saxon shields. And fast forward 1944 CE, an American GI storms across Normandy beach under machine gun fire. Now imagine this. Literally every one of these warriors, every soldier who ever lived, every fighter who ever drew breath in the name of war, standing on a single battlefield. Today, we're diving into what might be the most impossible, bone-chilling scenario in all of human history. What if every soldier throughout history fought in one battle? And here's the deal. Throughout human civilization, about 3.7 billion people have served as soldiers, warriors, or fighters. From the first tribal dude with a sharpened stick to the modern special ops guy rocking night vision and satellite comms. Each generation thought its military tech was the ultimate. Each army thought it was untouchable. But what if time just collapsed? What if every military force that ever existed suddenly dropped onto the same battlefield at the exact same moment? Not just the big, famous armies we always hear about, but every soldier, every warrior, every fighter who ever lived. This isn't about who wins. Nah, this is about what happens to warfare itself when 5,000 years of evolution collide in one cataclysmic moment. So let's break it down. Picture Operation Bagration, 1944. 2 million Soviet soldiers across a 500-mile front. Historians call it the largest military op ever. But guys, now multiply that by 1850. Yeah. The numbers are insane. This battlefield would literally need space bigger than the entire continental United States. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, from Canada to Mexico. Every square mile packed with armed humans from every era in history. Now, just imagine walking across that field. Bronze-tipped Mesopotamian spears glittering under the sun, Egyptian charioteers firing arrows on the move, Celtic berserkers painted blue screaming like demons, Roman legions in perfect, terrifying formation. Then, stretching beyond the horizon, you've got Byzantine cataphracts, Mongol horse archers, longbowmen who could pierce steel at 300 yards, and samurai with blades folded to perfection. Keep walking. You hit the Renaissance gunpowder era, Swiss pikemen, Ottoman janissaries, Spanish conquistadors in steel breastplates. Then, the Industrial Age, Napoleonic cannons booming, Civil War riflemen loading fast, World War I soldiers choking on poison gas, and World War II tanks roaring across the ground. And finally, modern forces, Vietnam grunts with M16s, Gulf War troops with satellite guidance, special ops guys with thermal optics and precision munitions. Here's the first realization. Technology decides everything. Like a single modern attack helicopter could mow down thousands of ancient warriors before they even saw it. An M1 Abrams tank would look like a literal demon to a Roman legionary. A modern sniper picking off knights from half a mile away like it's nothing. But here's the twist. Modern forces are less than 2% of all the soldiers who've ever lived. Ancient and medieval armies outnumber them nearly 50-1. And here's the real nightmare. Modern soldiers need supply chains, ammo factories, fuel, satellites. Without that, they're just highly trained humans with guns that eventually click empty. Meanwhile, ancient dudes, they can live off the land, forge weapons, and fight forever. So, the first moments. Chaos. A Roman commander barking Latin. A Mongol Khan yelling medieval Mongolian. A Wehrmacht officer screaming German orders. A Navy SEAL whispering into a headset. Zero coordination. Zero unity. Alliances would form on instinct. Ancient guys banding together because their weapons look alike, medieval squads forming loose groups, modern units scrambling to fortify and survive. And then, all hell breaks loose. The crack of a machine gun rattles the air, terrifying warriors who'd never heard anything louder than drums. But guess what? That belt only has maybe 500 rounds. Thousands of spearmen keep charging. You run dry, then it's just you against them. Aircraft dominate early, but fuel runs out. A jet fighter pilot, now just another dude with a pistol. The psychology? Oh man. A Spartan who never knew fear, now watching comrades die to invisible bullets. A knight's shining armor shredded by high-velocity rounds. And on the flip side, a modern soldier trained on firearms suddenly realizing he's face-to-face with 10,000 screaming warriors with spears. Adaptations would happen fast. Ancient warriors avoiding open fields, learning guerrilla tactics. Knights on horseback raiding tank crews stranded without fuel. Hybrid fighters like Civil War or World War I soldiers bridging the gap between old-school melee and modern firepower. But logistics rule. Ancient soldiers could live off the land, forge weapons, and fight forever. Modern units, they're on borrowed time. Eventually, technology runs dry, numbers take over, and humanity reverts to its primal state. Close combat, blood, endurance, survival. Ironically, the winners might be the very first warriors, the Stone Age fighters, guys who only knew survival, who could turn rocks and sticks into deadly tools, who didn't depend on anything except raw determination. So what does this impossible thought experiment show us? That technology amplifies war, but doesn't guarantee victory. Every so-called ultimate weapon eventually meets its match. Every so-called invincible army, just another chapter in a cycle of violence. And maybe the scariest truth of all, strip away the tools, the shining armor, the advanced guns, and war is still the same. Just human beings willing to kill each other. But guys, here's a curveball. What instead of every soldier, we gathered every commander in history? Imagine Napoleon face to face with Alexander, Caesar staring down Genghis Khan, a battle of not armies, but of pure strategic minds. That, my friends, would be a whole different kind of war.